Hi everyone, welcome to US Immigration Hub channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about how to file Form I-765 online. I-765 is application for employment authorization. We are going to talk about the supporting documents. And the form, as I mentioned, is going to be online. If you are new to this channel, my name is Liman and I make videos for a family-based immigration to simplify the immigration process and give you a confidence to go through your immigration journey by yourself. First of all, I am not an immigration attorney. I'm here to help you based on the information I have from USCIS website and also based on the instruction that comes with the form. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe, share, hit notification bell, and give us a big like so YouTube can share the video with more people. So if you're ready, let's get started. The first thing you need to do is you need to have an USCIS online account. How we do that, and I have a video on my channel on how to create an account. If you have already an account, click on sign in. Once you enter your login credential, it's gonna take you to your USCIS online account. Under my account, look for file a form online. And the form we want to file for this video is gonna be Form I-765, which is application for employment authorization. And what is your eligibility category? For this video is going to be C8, pending asylum and withholding of removal applicants and applicants for asylum under the ABC settlement agreement. Continue. The good things about I-765, you have two options. You can do it online, or you can do it online but upload in a PDF. And this option right here, you can attach an I-912, which is to request a fee waiver, which is a good thing. But for us, we're gonna file it online. So this, I need you to read this. I'm not going to save some time. I'm not going to read all this. Please read it. It is very important. But for us, just here, eligibility. You may apply online if your eligibility category is A12, C3, A, C3B, C3C, C8, which one we're gonna do? I'm sorry, we're gonna do C8. There is two right here. C8 applicants for asylum under the ABC settlement agreement. They separated them right here. C11, C19, and C33. But the other one, you can do it. All other applicants must submit a paper form I-765. So let's go for the fee. They will tell you the fee at the end of the application if you are required to pay the fee. But for us, go straight and click next. Now we go here, just start the application. The first question is, what is your eligibility category? You can file your request online only for a certain eligibility categories. If your eligibility category does not appear on the drop-down list, you must file a paper version of Form I-765. If you submit online and are not eligible for one of the listed categories, your application may be denied. Make sure your category is eligible. We're gonna look right here. For me, it's gonna be C8, pending asylum and withholding removal. Special filing instruction for pending asylum application. You must follow the rules. 150 days waiting period after the filing for your asylum application. So once you file your application, you must wait at least 150 days. So now let's go to second question. Are you Salvadorian or Guatemalan national eligible for benefits under the ABC settlement agreement? In my case, no. What is your reason for applying initial permission to accept employment? Have you previously filed Form I-765? No. Next. Is someone assisting you with completing this application? In my case, is no. Next. What is your current legal name? Here, given name is first name is Sliman, and middle name I don't have one. Baker. Have you used any other name since birth? In my case, is no. Next. Now you're gonna put your phone number is 317. I'm gonna put my right phone number because it's on file. So if I put wrong one, they're gonna tell you it's a wrong phone number. So I'm gonna put my real phone number. Mobile telephone number, if any, I'm the same way. As you can see, my email address right here is associated with the account is populated right here. So what is your current US mailing address? It's me, Baker Sliman. Address is 100 Robin Run. City or town is Indianapolis. State is Indiana. And zip code is 46254. Is your current mailing address the same as your physical address? Is yes. So here I put a wrong address by telling me it's wrong, but I'm gonna put ignore is okay. Next. What is your gender? I'm male. What is your marital status? Single. Next. What is your city, town, or village of birth? In my case, it's Kinifra. What is your state or province of birth? It's Kinifra. What is your country of birth? It's Morocco. What is your date of birth? I'm gonna put my date of birth associated with this account. Next. What is your country of citizenship or nationality? Is Morocco. What is your form I-94 arrival departure record number, if any? Yeah, this one right here, if you have it, you can put your number right here. But if you don't have it, just go right here to here and click on get the most recent I-94. Scroll down, I acknowledge and agree, and then put your information right here. You need the first name, you need last name, you need date of birth, you need the country of citizenship, and the passport. And then click on continue, and it's gonna give you your most recent I-94 if you have one. If you have it, just enter it right here. If you don't have it, just leave it blank. When did you last arrive in the United States? It's 11/01/2024. Place of arrival is New York. JFK. New York. Okay. Please select a valid country. Status at last arrival. This is the most important question on this application. So I'm gonna do just asylum, but as I mentioned, this is very, very important. You must, know what is your status. So for just this example, I'm gonna put just asylum, but there is a lot of people having this one, alien waiting for decision for asylum, or asylum applicant without work authorization. That's what I'm gonna do for this video. But you must know what is your status at last arrival. So what is your passport number if you have one? In my case is 1C12. And then what is your travel document, if any? What is your expiration date? Is 01/01/2029. What is your country issued the passport? or travel document. In my case, is Morocco. Now, what is your current immigration status or category? This is the very important questions. So you must select the one that apply for you. In this example, I'm going to put 99999, which is alien waiting decision of asylum. So please do not copy this. Make sure you know your immigration status. This is just a helpful, tools to use it when you want to file application I-765. Make sure you know your immigration status. So what is your student and exchange visitor? Does not apply for me. Next. What is a number? If you have a number, you can add it right here. If you don't have it, just leave it blank. But for me, since I have a number, they're gonna, I'm gonna put one right here. Okay. And what is, if you say my USCIS online account, it's already populated right here. Has the Social Security Administration, SSA, ever officially issued a Social Security card to you? In my case, no. Has the Social Security Administration, SSA, ever officially issued a Social Security card to you? I'm sorry, I already answered that one. Do you want the SSA to issue your Social Security card? That's, yes. Now, we need to answer yes here as well, because you need a consent for disclosure. You need to give a consent for disclosure for SSA office to authorize disclosure of information from this application to the SSA as required for the process of assigning me an SSN and issuing me a Social Security card. What is your father birth name? Given name is Ali. Family name is Baker. Now we're going to go mom is Fatima. It's Bushi. Have you ever arrested for or convicted of any crime? In my case, is no. Make sure you answer this question correctly. Now you need to upload a 2x2 photo. So I'm going to go right here and change it and look for my photo is right here. Now we're gonna click next. I-94, if you have one, you must upload it. If you don't have it, just go next. They're gonna tell you right here a warning: you should provide evidence. If you do not provide evidence, your application processing may be delayed. Next. Employment authorization document or government ID. You must give a government ID. So in my case, I'm going to upload the passport. Right here. Now next. Now you must complete all fields with asterisks to submit this form. I-589 application for asylum and withholding of removal. So now, if you fail the petition I-589, you must have I-797C notice of action. That's what I'm going to upload right here. I have one here. Next, Board of Immigration Appeals remand order. If you have a copy of the BIA decision and other reminding your case to the EOIR IG and evidence that your asylum claim remains under review by the EOIR IG, you must upload it right here. In my case, I don't. Just a warning. Additional information. If you have any additional information you want to add, you must add it right here. Next. I'm sure they're going to give me an error right here. See, data. So your filing fee is going to be 0 for I-765 when applying for as a C8 category. So I'm going to go edit right here. As you can see, my A number is wrong because this is my A number right here. That's the correct one. I put the wrong one. This is why they said you have an error. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to correct that and go straight to continue my application. Next, 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 additional information, next. Now all errors will be cleared. So the filing fee is 0, and there is alert and warning, there is 0. So next. So now just you're gonna go through this. Basically, this is just a review for your draft, and then click on continue. Right here, we're gonna go next. Here, applicant statement. You must read and agree to the statement below. I can read and understand English. You must complete the field with asterisks to submit the form. So next. Applicant declaration and certification. You must read and agree to the certification below. If you knowingly and will fully falsify or cancel a material fact or submit a false document with your application, we can deny your application and may deny any other immigration benefit. You may also face criminal prosecution and penalty provided by the law. So basically right here, I can read and understand. I have read and agreed to the applicant, and then you sign it, and then next, and then submit. I'm not gonna take the next step, because if I do, it will be submitted. I don't want to submit this application. So here, to submit it, you must here you must provide your digital signature below by typing your full legal name. A lot of people get confused right here. Only they are asking right here for a full name. It's not like a paper version where you have to sign it with a black ink. Once you do that, just click next, and your application will be submitted to USCIS. So this is the end of this video. I hope you like it. If you do, please subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Thank you, and see you next video.